Welcome back. I've got a pretty large collection update. I've been stockpiling some things through September in anticipation of the 100 horror films in 31 days, so I do have quite a bit here. As far as news, a few things stuck out. Number one is Arrow's going to put a limited edition collector's edition of Carrie out in December. And it kind of looks to me like the bird with the crystal plumage type deal, or if you got the hills have eyes. It looks good. Another thing that looks really good, I'm excited about this, is Kino is putting out Fritz Lang's 12 silent films on Blu-ray. Can't wait for that. Warner Archives, I wish another label was going to pick this up, but Warner Archives is going to do a Blu-ray of Night School, which is the Rachel Ward motorcycle slasher. It's a good slasher film, but I wish somebody would pick it up where we'd have special features and that kind of thing, but it is what it is. Kino's also, as you probably well know, is putting out Rawhead Rex on Blu-ray finally. 976 Evil is out on Blu-ray. And of course, everybody's waiting for Vestron's Slaughter High to be released. That's going to be great. And then finally, this is in January. The Wicker Man, the original Wicker Man's final cut is getting a Blu-ray. However, looking into it, I actually think there's a UK Blu-ray that has all three different cuts of the film. I think that's the better way to go when I looked into it. So that's it for the news. Let's get to my collection update. First up is Martyrs. Now, a little bit of a backstory here. The 100 horror film contest that DVD Talk runs, what happens is you've got themes for every day. Besides doing 100 horror films, you actually, to make it harder, there's actual specific themes for each day, and along with those themes are individually selected movies. And Martyrs just happens to be, the original Martyrs happens to be one of those titles. So I will be watching Martyrs in October. Another one that they call it a subset selection. I forget which day this is on, but we're supposed to watch Mad Monster Party, the animated. There's an animation day, and Mad Monster Party is going to be on the agenda. So check it out. Here's another one that was a subset selection, and that's Highway to Hell. I've heard this is pretty good. This is a Kino release with an audio commentary. Then I picked up, here's some things that I just hadn't picked up and needed to get on with it, and that's The Intruder. Garage House Pictures, The Intruder. Looking forward to checking this one out. And I dipped into some Vestrons here that I now have all the Vestrons, with the exception, of course, of Slaughter High that hasn't come out yet, but The Unholy, just now picked that up. And it looks like there's an audio commentary track on that. And I picked up the Warlock collection, although I'm not a huge fan of the Warlock movies, but I had to pick it up. And then I picked up this Vinegar Syndrome release for Snapshot. And this one I'm definitely looking forward to. I think Cellular Terror did a really good review of this. Looking forward to Snapshot. And we've got a Scream Factory here. That's The Spell. And it's got a commentary track. So I'll probably dip into that in October. Here's another subset pick. This is Slasher Giallo, and that is Amir. This is a 2000, I believe this is a 2009 modern day Giallo. This is the first of 5 films by, I don't know what that is. I don't know much about this one. But Amir is the first of 5 films by Helen Catet and Bruno Forzani. Anyway, this is an olive release. Amir. Here's another subset pick, and that's Pin. I don't know, I hadn't heard a lot of people talk about Pin, but this is supposed to be, from what I understand, a very good movie. Here's another recent release that is on the subsets, and that's Raw. This is probably one that normally I wouldn't pick up, but yeah, it was on the subsets. I went ahead and picked up the Blue Underground release for Amsterdam, and I will definitely, this will be in the 31 days. Looks like there's a booklet, and then you've got the Blu-ray and DVD combo. I picked up Slither, another Scream Factory release, and this has an audio commentary with James Gunn and interviews and deleted scenes, so it looks like a decent collector's edition. Let's see what the internal artwork looks like. And then you've got that. I believe this is a very popular release with T-Money 86, because I've seen a picture of his on his wall of Slither, a Slither poster, so he must be a big fan of this movie. At the end of October, there's a crossover comedy, horror to comedy competition, and the first day is a crossover day, so we're going to do Arachnophobia. Never seen it. And what would an update be without some Jess Franco Redemption release? This just came out. This is The Killer Barbies, and this will hit a Franco Fridays. I'm guessing it's going to hit this Friday. Another Scream Factory release. This is the double feature Night of the Sorcerers and Laura Lee's Grasp. Then I've got this Vinegar Syndrome release for Witch Trap, which is another one of the 31-day picks. Witch Trap. And this has some Blu-ray DVD combo. Now, I mentioned earlier, a few weeks ago, that there was a really great deep discount sale going on. So this is the remnants of that sale. This is Straw Dogs Criterion Collection, Dustin Hoffman. And another Scream Factory, Bad Moon. I've heard mixed things about this, but we're gonna do some Bad Moon in October. Finally got around to picking this up. This is Humanoids from the Deep, Roger Corman. And this is also Shout Factory, Scream Factory release. Blu-ray. And then a little insert. This is a fun film. Doug McClure in it. Mondo Macabro release of The Fox with the Velvet Tail. Not sure when I'll get around to this one, but pretty plain Jane in them. Now here's one called The Guard Post. I don't know if anybody's heard of this. Rotting Flesh, Self-Mutilation. I don't know why I bought this. It's a horror movie. I mean, we'll see. I'll check it out in October. Then I picked up the 7 release of The Killing of America, which is supposed to be a powerful documentary. Supposedly kind of like a real deaths. Now we've got an AGFA release of Night of the Strangler. This is Vinegar Syndrome. And this one I've heard Mood 616 talk about. He said he's loved this movie, and it does. Scarlett Johansson's kind of easy on the eyes, and it's Under the Skin. So I will be watching this at some point. And then one more Jess Franco film. You guys are going to be shocked to believe this, but I did not have a copy of She Killed in Ecstasy. I do now, but this 7 release just continued to kind of escape my clutches. It's got 2 discs, and it looks like, let's see, it's actually 3 films. Let me check this out a second. There's 3. What is this now? Oh, it's the soundtrack. Okay, it's the soundtrack for Vampire Lesbos. She Killed in Ecstasy, and The Devil Came from Akasova. Alright, so there you go. And then finally, I've been waiting so long for this. You guys know I'm a big Rainer Fassbender fan. I've seen pretty much everything that was readily available, with the exception of 1 or 2 things that were simply you couldn't get your hands on. And thank God for Arrow, because Arrow finally released the 5-episode German TV series that Rainer did called 8 Hours Don't Make a Day. Oh, this looks awesome. Just awesome. It also includes a feature-length documentary from 2015, a brand new documentary. Yeah, this is going to be, can't wait to get into this. It's 3 discs. And a pretty sizable booklet. There's a picture of the devil himself. Pretty nice booklet. Can't wait to dig into that, but it will definitely be in November. I'm not gonna have time to fool with this in October. So that will wrap up my collection update, and I appreciate you watching. Thanks.